This was, by the way, supposed to come out before the Minecraft movie video, so yeah, enjoy. There sure are a bunch of new people here since my last upload, so I thought I'd present you one of my idiotic traits. The trait to criticize anything and everything, regardless of how good it is. Really, it's terrible. Don't watch movies with me. I will ruin them for you. Same goes, sadly, for the masterpiece that is Arcane. And yes, I know I'm very late when it comes to that topic. I distinctly remember getting absolutely hooked by season 1. I mean, the animation was stellar, the voice acting fantastic, and the writing out of this world. Especially the characters were amazing, which paired with the great animation made for such a uniquely good watching experience. Those characters felt like actual people. You couldn't help but like every single one, regardless of their flaws or on which side they were on. Except for Jace. Fuck Jace, you boring spineless idiot! I actually hate this guy, fuck you! Long story short, the show was nearly perfect and it brought an ending with it which still makes me tear up till this day. Don't cry, you're perfect. Why? I, like many other people, were hungry for more. And after 2 long years of waiting, here it actually is! Arcane Season 2. Honestly, I did not know what to expect from Season 2 since I couldn't possibly imagine how they topped the first season. Thousands of questions were lingering in my mind. Where will the story go? Is it gonna be as good as Season 1? Are Kate and Vi finally gonna kiss? Is Victor gonna have his glorious evolution? See, as a Dirty League player, I already knew a bunch about the lore, so I thought I was prepared for what was to come. It's safe to say I was not prepared. I think this is a good point where I should probably put a spoiler warning, but to be honest, if you haven't seen the show yet, what the hell are you doing? Go watch it! So, first of all, let's recap the events of Season 2. And by that I mean speedrun it because I do not have the time to go through every single detail. Trust me, I've tried! In Arcane Season 2 we follow the aftermath of Jinx's explosion, which results in a few council members' deaths, including that of Caitlyn's mom, this guy and... my boy! This triggers a chain of events. Caitlyn going full-on fascist mode, gassing everyone in the Undercity out of hate for Jinx, while trying to deal with her mother's death. Vi joining her as an enforcer, out of guilt, mind you, feeling responsible for Jinx's actions and hoping to put an end to her sister's madness. Ambessa, of course, is taking this whole situation as an opportunity to push the development of hex weapons. Jace saves his boyfriend with the hex core. Doing so, Victor gets pissed at him since Jace ignored his one promise to destroy it, so he abandons him to go on and become Metal Jesus. Meanwhile, Jinx is grieving Silco's death, wandering seemingly pointless through the streets of Zaun, until a cute little plot device falls into her life, giving her a new meaning in life. At the same time, Svika is trying her best to unite the Undercity again, which doesn't really work since the Chem Barons would rather bitch fight over territory than to unite against Piltover. And yes, Smeech is the best character. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Echo and Heimerdinger try to find out the root of their tree's corruption, so they both sneak into Jace's office and after a bit of research they get sucked into a magic wormhole thingy. I know it's barely explained, but it sure as hell looks cool. Did I forget anyone? Oh, yeah. Mel. Mel's whole plot in the show is around the Black Rose, which is honestly just a teaser to Riot's future projects, so her whole thing feels disconnected from the rest of the show. Yeah. Also, we get introduced to 3 new characters. Guy who vaguely resembles Mander, Fishman, and... Are you trying to steal my haircut? For some reason, Caitlyn decides that those 3, and Vi, of whom one is seemingly an alcoholic, are perfect for the elite police force. Why are you guys standing there like the goddamn Power Rangers? What the hell is going on? Also, Singed is doing some sketchy stuff in the background. It all ends in a big fight between Caitlyn, Vi, Svika and Jinx, which gets glitched out because of magic stuff. after which Sevika sets off Jinx's bombs, setting Jenna's wind magic free, forcing all of the gas in the Undercity out and all the way up to Piltover. Now, this all happens in the first 3 episodes. And that is leaving out a lot of information, so buckle up for the next 6 episodes. Throughout Act 2, Jinx is ultimately avoiding her responsibility as a symbol, just wanting to vibe with her newfound friend Isha. This unfortunately gets interrupted when Isha gets locked up, forcing Jinx to act and free her, during which she gets confronted by a monster who turns out to be Vander. So she teams up with Emo, Vi, and tries to fix him, somehow, bringing him to Victor.
He said the thing! He said the thing!
Who meanwhile did the seemingly impossible. A peaceful utopia in the Undercity, providing food, shelter, and safety for those in need. And healing everyone stopping by, including Vander. To be exact, Warwick is actually Singe's experiment to try and cure death, which kind of failed, turning him into a blood-hungry monster. So Singe instead uses him basically as a job application to work for Ambassa and getting funding to keep experimenting on curing death, specifically to revive his daughter. So that's the thing. Ambassa sees this as an opportunity to gain more power and is like, hell yeah, I want that monster. Getting more and more tyrannical in the process, even invading the peaceful commune from before. Caitlyn, on the other hand, grows skeptical of Ambassa's actions, instantly switching sides once she encounters Vi.
Don't sugarcoat it, Cupcake.
Switching sides.
During all of this, Mel is quite literally stuck in a different plot. It all ties together to Singed trying to get to Warwick, Caitlyn and Jinx getting in the way of that, successfully defending him in the process, while Vi holds back Ambassa. And we top that off with a sweet family reunion. Nah, look at that. Maybe they finally get to heal from all... Jace? Jace? What the actual fuck are you doing? No, Jace! Jace! Yeah, turns out Jace returned from the magic future realm, walking around like a madman with the goal to kill Victor.
Jace, what do you want?
I'll fucking kill you!
Did you do something with your hair? You're looking kinda hot.
Damn. Didn't even try to talk to him. At least he got a post-apocalyptic glow-up, so that's a plus. After this, it all falls apart. Everyone in the commune gets their souls sucked out, Vander starts melting from the inside out, and Ambassa attacks them. We get a poetic monologue from Victor.
It's inescapable.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
Humanity.
Cry. And to pour some salt into our wounds, Isha turns herself into powder. Ha! Get it? Cause let me be, I cope by joking. Act 3 starts off with Echo exploring the dimensions of what could have been if Jace wouldn't have fucking existed. And I'm totally fine. This episode definitely didn't get to me. No. While Echo is having the time of his life building a time travel device with powder, Jace is running through freaking Dark Souls? Tracking back to our universe, we find Hatsune Miku? We find Jinx absolutely done with everything, trying to end it all once she gets the chance to. Only to be stopped by Echo, convincing her that she can always build something new. Her sister is during this, by the way, busy eating cupcakes. As you do when your sister just announced that she's going to off herself. Ambassa, being very petty about Caitlyn's betrayal, now teams up with Victor, helping him to ascend into, well, basically a magic god, losing his humanity in the process, planning to invade Piltover with him. Luckily, Mel gets free from the Black Rose with the help of magical powers that she gains, which aren't really explained past the point of, oh, her mother had an affair and she's now a magic child because wolf. Yeah, I do not know. Anywho, Jace prepares everyone for the war against Noxus and Victor, concluding in a climax where Mel and Kate having to fight Ambessa, killing her with the help of the Black Rose in the process, Jinx fighting off Ascended Warwick with Vi, and of course Jace bitch fighting with Victor. Just as everything seems to be lost, Echo shows up, throwing a literal time bomb into Victor's face, allowing Jace to come through to Victor, fixing everything with the power of love. Yes. Let's just cram one last self-sacrifice into the end. Or maybe not, it's implied that she's still alive. And yeah, that's what happened in Season 2, mostly. Again, I skipped over a lot of stuff. I mean, I literally had to scrap 9 pages of script because it was too long. So, why do I have a problem with this? What is the issue with Arcane Season 2? Ironically, it's the same issue that occurred while writing the script. There is too much. Too much story, too much plot. Too many characters to fit into only 9 episodes. Resulting in having to compress some plotlines into music videos, which are really good, don't get me wrong, but personally, they threw me out of my immersion. There are so many storylines being rushed over and being underexplained. Mel and the Black Rose, for example. I know that LeBlanc is trying to gather more power to prevent the return of Mordekaiser, because I'm a filthy League player, but the average Arcane watcher does not know that. And frankly, it doesn't really have anything to do with Piltover's story. So cramming this plot into an already overloaded story just to serve as foreshadowing for upcoming Riot projects, honestly, it just takes away from Arcane itself. Hell, there's one character set up to be important to Vi, only to be shoved into the background, dying after having a total of 7 lines. I counted them. Wow, Loris, you have been done dirty! Not to mention Sky, like, is she really there? Is the Arcane manipulating Victor? Is Victor hallucinating out of guilt? What is going on? Now, most of these issues only apply because they had to constrain themselves to only 9 episodes. But those weren't the only issues I found. In my opinion, the writing has gotten a tiny bit worse as well. I've spotted a lot more one-liners, which aren't bad per se, they just seem unnatural, especially for Arcane, which usually had writing that just felt real.
Things changed when you left. I changed. I know. Pow, I know. You did what you had to do to survive.
There is this one particular scene that I resent with a burning passion.
Jinx, the master criminal, wears pants like that?
What's wrong with my pants?
You look like a half-eaten circus tent.
That's the kind of writing I expect from a Marvel movie, not Arcane. Not to mention the Vi going to town with Kate scene, ignoring her sister's announcement to unalive herself. Funnily enough, we were having a watch party with friends and we had bingo cards, you know, to kind of bet on who would get the most predictions right. And during the scene specifically, this is what happened. Woo! Yeah! Second kiss, I knew it. Seems like I am gonna win this. Whoa, they're really going at it, huh? Where did her shirt go? Huh? Thespian legs. What? In my opinion, there should have been 3 seasons, and by that I don't mean a 3rd season additionally, but have this one split into 2, allowing the characters to breathe and have their plot points be explored properly. Echo and Powder, for example, in the parallel dimension, could have been its own act. Speaking of, there was also supposed to be more footage between Jinx and Echo bonding, which sadly had to be cut because it just couldn't fit into the production timeline. But of course, it's not as simple as just saying they should have made a season 3. It would have cost so much more, not only money-wise, but also when it comes to time. And I'm sure they wanted to move on to other projects as well. So I understand why they ultimately took this approach, although it is still a bit of a shame. That being said, I still adore this show, despite its flaws. I mean, the stellar animation alone is bringing me to rewatch it over and over again. And the memes! Oh god, the memes!
Victor Nation, how are we feeling? Is JB or JB not?
Anyhow, anywho, thanks for stopping by and listening to my rant. Once again, a huge thanks to my patrons. I cannot thank you enough for your support and patience. As you can hear right now, I'm sick again. And also thanks to Prince Jokar for voicing Victor in that short clip. Yeah, see ya!
2 hours later.
You guys can stop.
He makes me feel such things.
Prince, you can stop.